Hi everyone, so welcome back. We are now on day 4 of our starting school tips. I am with Lauren from Lauren's lovely little library, and Lauren is an Osborne's Books organiser. So if you do need anything to help your children with literacy or just general reading and just reading.
I have things about everything.
Then definitely contact Lauren, and her details are below this video. So today, now this is a big one. This is for us mums. It is how we are going to deal with our children starting school and returning to school, because actually, as much as it's a really big deal for children, I think it is, they know they're going to start school, they're going to go through, but it's for us mums and dads of course as well, but I'm being stereotypical because it is normally the mums obviously that do stay at home with the children. It is going to be a big impact. So one of the things, so Lauren was actually in, my turn to plug, the On the Doorstep magazine, and she gave some brilliant tips on helping children get back to school in that as well. So if you haven't read that, I'm going to drop that link below as well. And but one of the things that really stuck with me that I have been trying to psych myself up for is to not cry at the school gates. So why did you say, because obviously I mean us women are going to be emotional,
of course,
so why do you think it's a benefit not to cry at the school gates?
With my teacher hat on, when you see a parent getting upset, it first of all, it really pulls on your own heartstrings, and you sort of get in a bit of a fluster because you think, oh my goodness, this poor woman, or but mostly it's for the children, that they look to you for strength and reassurance. And if you've fallen apart in the doorway after saying school's amazing, you're going to love it, and then you send them in and you're crying, they're getting such mixed messages in their head. It's a bit like when your child falls over and they look at you and they give you that look as in, should I cry? And if you go, up you get, dust yourself off.
You mostly laugh about that, don't you? Oopsies.
They'll get up. Yeah. But if you go, oh, Baba, more, and you mollycoddle them a little bit, and, you're letting them sort of know that, cry. And actually, half the time they haven't really hurt themselves. It's that kind of reaction. If they're looking to you and you're going, oh, have fun, and they're like,
wobble,
please have fun. Then they think, this is going to be really good. But if they're watching mum, sobbing into, wiping her sleeves and all the rest of it, it's a bit confusing for them, and they're going to worry about you. Mummy was really sad when I left.
You'd never know. They wouldn't know why. That's.
So it sounds really heartless saying don't cry. And now, as a parent, imagining even my little boy going to nursery, dropping him off, and him going, mummy. I'm going to be like, oh my goodness, why did I give that advice?
So turn your back. And then cry.
Get to the car, get a chocolate bar in the car, and a pack of tissues, and have a weep. Do it, because it will happen and it will hit you, because it's a massive thing. But and my best bit of advice with my teacher hat on is don't cry, because it impacts them for the whole day.
I'm going to be thinking of that advice when I drop Holly off, because Holly's starting preschool and we've been together for 3 years, me as a stay-at-home mum, and that is going to be a big day, and I am so aware that I don't want to cause mixed emotions for her. So I've got my son as well, Liam, who, poor little thing, he's going to get an overdose of love that day. I'll be going to him for attention. So yes, try not to cry, but if you do, just make sure you've got a tissue and turn around.
Yes. I've got something in my eye.
Just try and cover it up. And as much as we know that, to be fair, other mums around you are going to know. We are all in it together.
Absolutely.
So if you see a mum struggling, give her a smile, give her a little, it's all right, we'll get through this together. And actually that leads into the next point, because there are going to be lots of other mums there, because the children's are 30 children in a class? That's 30 new friends you can make. So you're going to find your little crew at the school gates, aren't you? And obviously whoever your children become friends with, you're more likely to probably get to be friends with them. So you've said obviously what you've experienced seeing parents at the school gates, what they end up doing. So I mean, a lot of the parents now, you hear all the time about, oh, did you get my message in the WhatsApp group on the playground? And you're thinking, what's all that about? But lots of parents very quickly establish, like you say, so-and-so comes out and he's made friends with, I don't know, Paul, and actually then you get talking to Paul's mum, because you know that your children are good friends, and sort of your circle grows. And a lot of them have sort of WhatsApp groups, or they add each other on Facebook and things like that. And some of the mums will organise a coffee morning, after the school drop off on Friday, should we go to Costa and grab a coffee and have a chat? And it's really nice, because
school's a massive social event for your child because they
Yeah.
get to spend days with their friends, and yes, they're learning and things, but they have playtime, they can go for play dates with all these new friends that they've made. And as a mum, it's nice for you to kind of get in on that action as well, because
Yeah.
you can make some really nice friends as well. And like you said, you're all in it together.
Yeah.
So as they get older and they go on like year 6 trips, when they're all
Yeah.
away and you're all at a loose end,
Yeah.
oh, do you want to come round and have a glass of wine? Because
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with myself. And it just gives you that
Yeah,
little group.
because what I'm actually really looking forward to is that, so as I say, Holly starts preschool, but then we've got my son who's 1,
Yes.
and I can actually give him a lot of time now, and I can take him to the soft play and kind of really
That'd be
enjoy
lovely.
time with him. So I think rather than dwelling on the fact that Holly isn't going to be with us anymore, and this is obviously because I do have another child,
Yeah.
really put more time and attention into him, because when you do have 2 children, you cannot give them both, like,
No,
everything.
You're like super mums.
So yeah, like, so you do obviously do as much as you can, but I'm really looking forward to spending much more time with Liam.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be brilliant. But also there's like, you can start going to the gym if you've got the time,
Me
or
time.
and even it could be your opportunity to go back to work. Like,
Yes.
if you've been waiting, you know, you want them back at school. I wouldn't say probably do it instantly, because it's
Yeah.
a lot to change anyway.
Yeah.
But it does open up. Like, I think something my dad always told me is that you will go through different phases within your life, and this is a big phase when your
Huge.
children start school. Your life then changes, and you've then got to adapt with it. And I think you with your partner as well, you've both got to realise that your lives are kind of moving into that next phase, and you have to kind of go with it and make sure that you're all kind of moving together, as opposed to someone trying to cling on to, you know, when they were little, because you do have to start letting go, which is really, it's horrible, but that is what you do. You have your little ones and they've got to grow, and we've got to give them that time, haven't we?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
yes, and then there was one other tip that you thought, which actually I think would be lovely for the children that really need it and that feel a bit down come lunchtime.
Yes.
What can we do as mums to let them know that we love them?
Yeah, I see this time and time again, and I always absolutely love it. Lunchbox letters, and it just melts me every time a child sees one. I just think, oh, that's so lovely. So from the minute that they leave you in the morning to lunchtime, that's a really, really long time. And when they open their little lunchboxes, if they find just like a little card, I mean, some of the children are really tiny, you know, like Holly might not be able to read a big letter, like a big declaration of your
draw
love.
a little heart.
Yeah, draw a picture, or, you know, mummy and me, or just I love you on a little post-it, and it just, when they open it, honestly, their faces, it kills me. It's so lovely. And for, you know, if they're having a particularly difficult time, or like they haven't slept very well the night before, or they've fallen out with a friend and they were worried about seeing them, just having that little note about, I hope you've had a good day so far, see you at 3:30 or whatever, it really just gives them a little pick me up. So I'm not saying do it every day.
No, but it's nice to have like a little extra, because I saw one, it was on Facebook somewhere, I'm not sure who posted it, but it was that someone had written on all the pencils like really positive like quotes. So rather than it being like the person's like, oh, I'm rubbish at maths, or I'm such that, it was like really positive thinking, and it was like really nice. And then they were like, they got their pencil out and they had really nice messages on it, and it was I thought that's quite nice. So yeah, there's obviously it's going to be a big day for mums that has got the children starting school, so do let us know if you've got children starting school, and obviously take care of yourselves as well. It's a big change, and yeah, so tomorrow we are going to be talking homework, because that is now part of our lives,
for all our sins, yes,
and what we can do to help our children and how we can really help them move forward. So see you tomorrow.